are magically magnificent, magically magnificent, magically magnificent, magically magnificent, magically magnificent. That is your affirmation on this magical Monday. You are magically magnificent. Say it with me. I am magically magnificent. Welcome to the house of Monet. I am your soul sister, TT, and to some mama too. Monet, aka Brew. And I own the rights to this music playing in the background. It is a magical frequency. I only own the rights to the magical frequency that I bring as we tap in, tune in, chime in, and dine on that which the divine has to give. The first affirmation on this day, 56 on the timer. I am magically magnificent. Sing it, family. Magically magnificent. You are magically magnificent. I am magically magnificent. We are magically magnificent. Yes, 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 yes. And welcome, whether you are returning or new, welcome back to the returners, and to the new, welcome to the safe space curated and created by your soul sister TT and some mama too, Monet, aka Brew. I am grateful to be tapping in, tuning in, chiming in, and dining on what the divine has to give on this great magical Monday as a soul family. Yes, magically magnificent. Magically magnificent. I know you seen that 156 on that timer. 111, that's your reminder. 2024, you are harmoniously balanced. In that my heart energy, even heart light as a feather, stepping out, 10 toes down, hands up in the air, founded and grounded, sounded in the very gift you are as you authentically be you, showing up. Magically magnificent, magically magnificent. Okay, y'all, listen. I want to share something with you all today, and before I really get into it, I want to pop this off. Shout out to my soul family, the artist community who held the space over the weekend. Al Beezy, Kaiserific, Ray laid down the truth, Poetry 7, ooh, Goddess Warrior. You hear me? You hear me? The beautiful young lady that met me outside. You know who you are. Honey, honey, honey. Keep being you, because your love is the remembrance of agape love. I just want to say this to the entire soul family. Legacy. Too much sauce. Mr. Nix and family. 333 on that timer. Thank you for never giving up on your dreams. Everyone who made that happen over the weekend. Rodrigo, kicking it with a chef. Lakes the Voice and his band. The cigar seller. Thank you for never giving up, because I experienced a feeling in my cup. And I felt safe to authentically express myself, and I released something that I said I would never release, because I wrote it in the rebuilding of me. 418 and 420 on that timer. This is a 420 friendly family. You hear me? And if you would like to grab your 420, if you are 420 friendly, then come on, soul family. I love to congregate. So, as we're in this space, all right, Grandpa. Excuse me. I got a little choked up with Poetry 7's spoken word, and he was dope. But he was hitting. Y'all know when that healing poetry come through and you open to receive, it do what it do. So I went into my phone, 5:11 on the timer, and I found that piece. And my inner child said, release it so that we can release. I'm like, no. Baby, I listened to my intuition. And my higher self paved the way, connecting with Poetry 7 to open the portal so that I could walk through and allow my inner child and my higher self to fully connect on that mic. And as I was singing, I felt the breaking. And I'm grateful for People's Choice because they caught that on camera. 555. If you missed this night, they had ciphers and everything. If you missed this night, you can go on to People's Choice. It is free on Roku. It's a free app on your Roku TVs, on your phones, Androids, Apples. You can find some of the dopest poets ever. Some of the dopest artists ever. Okay? But that night is there. And it was a magical night. Gonna make this a night to remember. Shout out to my grandpa. Because I hadn't been on a stage since 9/17/2024. And that's his Earth Day. Shout out. Ooh, yeah, you heard me. I'm his bright eyes. That's what he called me, his bright eyes. And I didn't know if I was going to come out anymore because although I received clarity in that tornado, I also experienced some things that I have yet to share. And I started noticing that it wasn't just my energy saying I shouldn't go there. I had developed some social anxiety. And I had to really dig into the social anxiety before I stepped back out and trusted my intuition and all that. So me going out 7:28 on that timer and allowing myself to rest in the knowing of my safety intuitively, it erased all fear and doubt. I said all of this to say this to you. If you feel like something is slipping through your hands, allow it to slip. Allow it to slip right on through so that your hands can be fully empty to receive the new. Sometimes we have to allow things to be refined in the fire, in the water, through the air, through the earth, allowing the elements to cleanse, remove, refine, and even remold so that it can come out as pure gold and honey. That's your energetic signature. That's what they said. Now, and I'm going to tell you what reminded me of not giving up and doing what brings me joy, peace, happiness, wealth, health, great health, prosperity. And that's fully being an artist. But I was going to step away from it and just do it here through the airwaves. And because I had allowed that social anxiety to come up on me. But I had to, 9/17 on that time, make social anxiety my bitch, so to speak. I'm not going down that road. No, that's not my mission. That's not my purpose. And I had to take that off and really dig into why I even allowed it. And going into that, my landlord, I had just moved into this place, and my landlord, she sent me a video of the house that I'm in now before they remodeled it. And when I say remodeled it, remake. And I need you to, because metaphorically, this is what's happening collectively, okay? This house was a shell, stripped of nothing There wasn't even any of the pink stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The pink stuff that go in between the walls and all of that. Yeah, it wasn't any of that. It wasn't any drywalls. It was just the brick. Do you hear me? This house was stripped of everything. And I said, oh, I felt that. I said, that's how I feel. And I cried, I'm stripped of everything. What do you want me to do? And then I turned around and I looked at my place. And I said, if metaphorically this is what you're telling me, this is what the stripping is bringing, then I'm ready. I'm ready. Because energetically, this house gives me the love that I am. 11:11 on the timer. And it's like we feed each other. And I'm able to safely release, safely receive. And I'm grateful for this space. But see, I understood the metamorphosis that took place, and it changed my perspective right in that instant. In that instance, when I had the remembrance, and I said, nope, I can't give up. And I just asked for guidance, 11:47 on that time. And when I asked for guidance, and I followed my intuition after doing my self-reflections and self-development, my intuition was still there. As I forgave myself for wanting to give up, because that right there, that's I had to forgive myself for wanting to give up, because I knew that wasn't me. I allowed projections to be projected onto me, going into things that weren't meant for me to stay, but to experience and slip right through my hand. So release the grip. That's all I'm saying. Release the grip so that the new can happen and fully reign in. Yes. 12:48 on that timer. Yes. And I want to send a huge shout out to Holistic Trap Wellness LLC. This right here. This right here. With my butter pecan butter from Relay Down the Truth, People's Choice. You hear me? And all of my little trinkets and medicinal healing trinkets from Holistic Trap Wellness LLC. Thank you, baby, because I'm telling you, digging deep and allowing yourself to release from the crown to the root. It's a different type of healing. And for those of you who know, you know. Those medicinal healing trinkets help La Bruja. You heard me say it. I ain't lying. Whew. I feel like, look. I feel like going on. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I love y'all. Never give up on what brings you joy, because of change. Allow the change to pave the way that you manifested, you magical magician. Until we tap in, tune in, chime in, and dine on that which the divine has to give. Continue to be magically magnificent. If you are interested in any of the services that I offer, getting in contact with me for any of the services that I offer, or prices. You can find it on the community board. Yes, you can, for those of you who have allowed the House of Monet to be of service to you on your soul mastery journey. Excuse my tongue, y'all. I want to say thank you. I take it soulfully and sourcefully. Until next time, Ankh Uja Sanel.